Hi, welcome back to Outdoor Gear and Skills. I hope you had a wonderful Independence Day. Wanted to do a final follow-up on my IBC. I had a lot of issues. If you saw some of the videos with a lot of the algae, and I was right out here in the driveway cleaning this stuff and pressure washer and hose and trying to reach my arm in, here and reach around. And the issue is that it looks like a square, but it's actually a rectangle. And so on the long length, I couldn't get my arm through and kind of scrub the top that had algae on it. And I couldn't really flip it upside down because it would leak out the green lid. So my wife had the idea to use I don't even know what this is. It's for cleaning toilets, and you put their little thing in and it's got the cleaner in it. I don't know the brand, but so she had the idea to put this in and scrub all around. So that really helped to get stuff in the hard to reach places, the corners, that kind of thing that spraying just wasn't getting. So I decided to maneuver things around, stick it inside the garage here. So right here is where my garage door comes down. It's not getting any direct sunlight. Nothing's gonna hit it. So I shouldn't have any problem with algae. That was a painful lesson, that in 6 weeks, that algae grew so fast. And with the rain and my grandkids here and just getting distracted, and how was I gonna wrap it? Was I gonna try to put it inside the aluminum frame, and slide it down? Was I just gonna go around? So I thought I would maybe do that. And then I just thought, well, what if it's wrapped in plastic? I don't want to keep ripping it off to look and make sure it's okay. I'm just gonna stick it in the garage, move some stuff around, and put it in here. So the nice thing is, I've got right down here is the opening on the bottom. And that's one thing I love about these IBCs, is with that opening on the bottom, it is so easy to get water out versus the blue, sometimes white 55-gallon drums. We had a plastic pump to get water out, but it was kind of cheap plastic, and I just didn't really like it, and it's just kind of a pain. So I love that this is here. There's so much pressure in this, kind of like the old Roman fountains where they used to have water travel through a chamber and have a small opening, and the weight of the water behind it in the reservoir would shoot the water out of the fountains. And that's what they did before a lot of things were motorized. So I really love the IBC for that and the footprint. This is a cap that's got a white O-ring and a red insert that I put over here. And then all I have to do is take this off, pop open the ball valve, and actually have this adapter right here that I tied to the lid, and I tied it on here to keep it on so that it doesn't get lost. But it's really, I should have maybe pulled this off sooner, but this right there gives it the ability for me to put a hose on it, and that's how I drained it from out here. I ran a 50-foot hose while it was in the backyard to go down into the grass on my side. So I do have a separate 6 to 8 foot food grade hose that I can stick this on. And the nice thing is I can fill up water jugs. I can do different things with the weight that I already talked about on there. And so that makes it really easy to use these. So I'm disappointed that I wasn't able to get both of these here from Oregon as we made our move here, but still at about 275 gallons in these things. They're just fantastic. Now having it in here, and I should be free of algae and all that. Actually threw this board on here just to give it a little bit of a platform so we can throw some of my wife's stuff on that's kind of hard to get up on the top shelf like that. So I'm thankful to have it there. Out of all the outdoor stuff that I have done, this has probably been the thing that gave me the most heartache with or heartburn of just having something go wrong and not doing something where I thought I would have time and I thought I could get around to wrapping that, and just algae everywhere. And when I drained the water out of it, I was able to see more algae than when I had the water in, so that was nice and gross. But I'd love to hear what you guys are doing for your water sources. For me, living in Oregon for those 8 years, I was close to the North Umpqua River, big majestic river. I could get to it, I could get water back, I could use a life straw, I could filter it, I could use my 5-gallon jugs, I could, get the water back to my house. But having these was a great storage option. Here in Houston where I live, there is a lake, but it's gross, dirty water. I could filter it with a life straw or that kind of thing, but water is not something that I'm able to go get as readily as I was able to do for my 8 years in Oregon. So I'm excited to finally get this all set up and kind of move on from that and know that we've got that there, which is a relatively easy thing to store if you're doing it right. So I'd love to hear how you store water, if you have had any misadventures like I did. As always, thanks for watching Outdoor Gear and Skills, and we'll see you out there.